I don't know what happened in this story, but it does not sound right. And I'm going to tell you
When I get up to the gate,
what I'm talking about. Listen to this.
these dogs have my baby in their mouth.
Well, you just heard from Lynn Boyd. Her 18-month-old is recovering in the hospital tonight after being mauled by several dogs.
Firefighters say it happened yesterday on Riva Ridge Lane in Colleton County. The toddler is being treated at MUSC for several severe lacerations on his face, neck, and leg.
That's where we find our Molly McBride, who spoke with the toddler's mother today. And Molly, we saw the pictures. They're really tough to look at.
That's right, Michael Cameron. Absolutely tragic is really the only way you can describe this. Lynn Boyd says yesterday just felt like a
Okay. I don't want to
for just 5 minutes to use
I don't want to really show the photos, but listen to the scenario.
his house. She and the moms were watching the neighborhood children play outside. That's when
Whoa.
she went yesterday just felt like a typical Sunday afternoon over at a friend's house. She and the moms were watching the neighborhood children play outside. That's when she went inside for just 5 minutes to use the restroom. Nothing could have prepared her for what happened when she returned. We want to warn you that some of these images are graphic.
Okay. Don't need to see that.
My 6-year-old daughter is at the door screaming, "Mom, they've got him."
A mother.
Okay. So you hear that. They were all outside. They were watching the kids play. And they went inside for a few minutes. And the dogs attacked the children. Or this child, this 2-year-old.
Mother's worst nightmare. Boyd says she sprinted in the direction her 6-year-old daughter was pointing, where she found her toddler in the...
Something does not sound right about this story. Because they don't talk about where the dogs were, whose dogs were they? Where were they? Were they in a fenced-in area? Were they out off leash in the yards with the kids? That's what it sounds like to me. And they want to use this excuse that, hey, I just went into the house for a couple minutes. Why is it that they're always going into the house or looking away for a couple minutes and then something is happening? Okay, so I don't understand that. There's something missing from this story.
Jaws of 3 dogs.
A lot of it's fuzzy, but I remember him screaming and crying. I don't know how I got the dogs off. I just remember grabbing him and cupping the wound on his leg and using my face to put pressure on his.
She says she picked him up and started running, screaming.
Okay.
Reported him to the that opened the gate to the dogs.
What happens to the next
Listen to this.
kid in the neighborhood?
She says she was told there's nothing more law enforcement could do because it was her children that opened the gate to the dogs.
It was her children who opened the gate to the dogs? What are they talking about? I thought they just described the scenario. They said that they went to a friend's house. The kids were in the yard playing. They were watching the kids. Then they went into the home for a couple minutes. So what are you talking about? The kids opened the gate to the dogs. What gate are you talking about? And how were they able to open a gate? This was a 2-year-old. The 2-year-old opened a gate. How could the 2-year-old be on the side of the fence to open it, and a 2-year-old was big enough to open it? This is a new story. I'm not looking for holes in an old story. This surfaced July 3rd, just yesterday. This story has a lot of problems.
Boyd says she was friendly with the dog's owners before the attack, but wasn't warned that the dogs were aggressive.
So, it sounds like the dogs were right there with the kids off leash. That's what it sounds like.
and had no idea what they were capable of.
She seemed really nice. And I've met her son, and my kid has played with her kid, so I thought nothing of it.
See? Just went over there. The people had their dogs out. She figured, oh, I know her. So, these people think that they have complete control over their dog's brains. Why they think that is beyond me, and they act on that. That's the dangerous part. Wow. Really? Case closed. They said her kids opened the gate to the dogs. Case closed.
Were aggressive and had no idea what they were capable of.
She seemed really nice. And I've met her son, and my kid
Now,
Told there's nothing more law enforcement
how do you know that they knew that the dogs were aggressive?
could do, because it was her children that opened the gate to the dogs. Boyd says she was friendly with the dog's owners before the attack, but wasn't warned that the dogs were aggressive.
They may have never been aggressive before. That's the thing. And why would you expect them to tell you that if y'all also believe in second chances? You're not supposed to dwell over things that dogs have done in the past.
And had no idea what they were capable of.
You think she would have cared even if she had known?
She seemed really nice. And I've met her son, and my kid has played with her kid, so I thought nothing of it. So if all the children are playing in the neighborhood at the same time, and all the moms are watching for a split second, just to be able to use the bathroom, chaos ensues.
Yeah, that's what dogs do. And you know it. Everybody knows it. Speaking of something happening in a dog's past, this story surfaced about 2 hours ago. Dog attacked with machete in June finds a new home. This dog was attacked by a man with a machete. Okay? And they've given the dog a name. I'm not going to share the name. But this dog is up here with staples in its head. And it has already been adopted. They've already adopted it out. And this is the actual dog. Now, why did someone chop it in the head with a machete? And what else has gone on in this dog's past? We don't know. They don't know. But they do know it's been chopped in the head with a machete. But if a dog has gone through traumatic experiences, they could attack anyone at any time in the future, even their own owners. That's according to the experts. But the shelters are not supposed to operate based on that information. So instead of euthanizing a dog that we know has been through a traumatic situation, you want to hurry up and adopt them back out, which possibly gives them a chance to attack someone else if this thing had attacked someone in the first place. The person who tried to kill it could have tried to kill it because it attacked him, her, or someone in their family. Not saying that they should have executed it. I'm saying we don't know the dog's past, and it's dangerous to simply adopt it back out based on your own dog standards.